Hey guys, Block Builder here, and welcome back to another LEGO Transformers video. Today I have for you my custom LEGO Transformers Roadtrip. He is a truck and a camper. Just show off what each part can do. As for the truck, it on its own does not do much. But you can fit a minifigure into this area by plugging him onto these studs down here. And then you can flip this over top of his head. And then he just kind of has to exist right in there. Oh, you can see him a little bit. See, there he is. You can fit a little guy in there. I shouldn't have tabbed that back in because you had to get them out for a transformation. This guy was built around the same time as Turn of the Century from my last Transformer video. But I do like these Turn of the Century and this guy. For the camper section, this door can open and he's got some windows up here. And it can roll a little bit, and there's this hitch which doesn't really do anything. But to see the inside, you can lift up this panel like so, and then there's a sink in there. You can also flip these out for transformation stuff, but there's a little sink in there, and then you can take this off, and there's a little bed right here with like a weird looking pillow and a blanket. And you used to be able to actually, you still can fit a minifigure on this bed and then cover him up. So there he is in there. And then there's not really anywhere to stand for the minifigures, but you can just kind of toss them inside, and then it can fit like way more than 4 actually. Like there's a ton of space in here for minifigures because it's very hollow. But that's pretty much it in playset form pretty much. So just getting all this stuff out of here. Alright, so now we have Roadtrip back right here where he was, and for size comparisons, since I didn't do those, there he is next to a minifigure. The Jumpman NES cartridge. There he is next to a chicken. And here he is next to Omega. But enough of that nonsense, and let's just transform this guy. So to start off his Roadtrip's transformation, you do need to separate the camper from the truck by this ball joint. And then get the camper out of the way, because we're going to be focusing on the truck half of him first. So the thing that you want to do first is rotate his bumper all the way around to up so that you can make space to move this section out. Then you're going to come under this section and you're going to untab these little 1x1 stud sections, which are also form his heels because he's kind of unstable. And this whole section will just swing down, and then it'll swing all the way around like so. And this will eventually form his legs. We're not done yet. As you can see, he's like super tall. So what I did was you collapse the back and the front onto each other. Then it all will peg together. And you kind of have to angle it forward like this. Lift up his bumper a little bit, and then you're going to split these sections apart. And then there are his legs all done. So to transform the camper into the rest of Roadtrip, it's kind of a bit crazy, but we're going to start off with the easiest part. Pull out the bed, and this will extend out to form his waist section. This is his arms, and this is his torso. So yeah, I do quite like this thing. It's a little difficult to transform. It's probably going to be hard to show on camera, but I will try my best. So we're going to come to the underside here. And to actually start this, we need to disengage the wheels. And these are going to swing out to the side. And they will just rotate to the back. And you'll never know what that brown thing is. It's definitely not his head. And we'll fiddle with those later on. And then get this piece to the back too. And now we have this whole section, which we will be messing around with. Come to here, and you're just going to split this tab at the back. Told you it's hard to show, but there's a little tab right in there. And then you're going to come to this side, fold this back down. And then there's a clip, and you're going to take this center flap here that I just broke something off of. You're basically just going to unclip this section, and that allows you to completely split his arms apart. And what this allows you to do is you're going to rotate both halves of the camper down. And for now, you will leave it like this. Go ahead and fold his head into place, and then we'll fiddle with the back sections later. There is a ball joint in his arm, and this will just rotate out and fold in. Swing these upward, getting the walls like this. You're going to detach his hands from these panels right here. And then we're going to form his shoulders real fast. And by fast, I mean incredibly slowly, because it's quite a lot of stuff to do. So we actually like to form his entire arms because it all pegs together. But this whole section will swing down like this, and then it's going to all swing all the way around. And then this stud is going to plug into that 1x4 right there. And that'll secure that into place. And then this whole section, you go take it from this flat wall like this. It accordions in. This little piece will just rotate to the back like that. And this last part will flip around like so. And then this will just rotate to the front like that. And this flips down. Next, for his arm, this whole section will rotate downward like so. And then you're going to spin the whole arm like this. Grab his window, flip that down, break off the one stud connection because it's not very stable. And you're just going to move the window to the side like this. Actually, go ahead and move it all the way to this side and we will mess with everything else later. And then that'll just fold down like that. This whole section is going to fling all the way around, and then it will slot into this section to fill out that part of his arm. His hand rotates down, spins to the side, and you fold the fingers in, like so. And currently, that is one arm. Now you can leave it like this, but I like to rotate the window up because it fills out that gap and makes it look less messy, like so. To transform his other entire arm, it is slightly different because there is a sink in this one. You're going to pull it out like before. Then go ahead and accordion all of the stuff after untabbing his arm, which will just rotate and fling all the way down and then plug into place again. This flings up, and here's the difference. The sink splits in half. Let me just show you that from a slightly better angle. Here's the sink, by the way. It splits in half, and then you can rotate the nozzle in, and that just flattens it on the shoulder. Then this whole section is going to collapse onto his arm, and you flip up this little panel up here as well, like so. And that'll rotate to the front again. This panel will come down, and then you're going to rotate this arm down as well, and the rest of it transforms pretty much the same. And there we have the upper half of Roadtrip completed. All right, so to connect the two components of Roadtrip, we've got them both in here. There is a clip here, and then there's a bar right here and there, and those will connect together. And here is Roadtrip in his robot mode. Wow, that was a poor timing. Let's try that again. So here we have Roadtrip in his robot mode, and I really like how this guy looks. He kind of reminds me of like a cowboy, sort of with the hat and stuff, like he's got boots on. He looks way better now that I fully colored this white pretty much. There's some hinges that aren't, but that's all right. As you can see, he's huge. I'll also show him next to Turn of the Century since they're kind of buddies. Although really this guy's buddy is Split Side, because Split Side and him were both originally based on Transformers I made like a long time ago that I don't have the pictures for. But as you can see, those are two big boys. Really like these guys. Get out of here. Anyway. Like I said, I really like how this guy looks. I like the white and the brown and the black. It just looks really cool to me. I think it's funny. He's got a sink on his shoulder and just a door right here. And I don't even think it looks that bad. Spinning him around. I really like the proportions on this guy too. His backpack, it's pretty much fine. I'm not really going to do anything with it. He doesn't really need to do anything. It's just there. And this dangles off his back. But he doesn't have waist articulation, so it doesn't really matter. But speaking of articulation, let's show that off real quick. His shoulders are on ball joints, and he can hold them up. He's a little wobbly, but he's pretty sturdy. The only thing I'm thinking about doing is maybe adding some like tabs to tab in the arms. But those can go 360 degrees all the way around. Like that. He's got a double, like triple, quadruple, infinity elbow. That just goes 90. And it can rotate at all these joints. I just really don't want to because it's annoying to fix, but you can rotate at the bicep, I think. The elbow, not the bicep. But it can rotate all down here and stuff. His fists are on ball joints, and the fingers can open and close. As you can see, I just popped the joint out because it's just T-bars. That's it for his arms. This articulation is not articulation. It is a transformation joint. His neck just broke off. That's fine. His head is on a T-joint, so it can look down. And it can look up, like not at all, but it can also rotate. Do like this head quite a bit. I really like this guy. I think he's really cool. How many times am I going to say that? I don't know. Probably 500. Getting his arms out of the way. His hips are ball jointed, but it's kind of blocked just because of the way it's built. Because like it's just a truck that sticks together like this. And he's got a normal little knee right there. And you can also bend this to give him like that kind of knee. Also, that's what his legs look like from the side. They're kind of janky because it's a collapsed truck, but I still like it. I think it's cool. And then doubling as the foot articulation, it can bend right here. And that is it for articulation of this guy. He pretty much just stands like this most of the time because he just looks really cool and he's huge. Boop. So that's pretty much it for this video. That is Roadtrip. I do really like this Transformer, and I think he turned out really cool. I especially love how his arms just extend and there's like an entire camper. There is Roadtrip. I hope you guys like him, and I think he turned out really cool. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Block Builder, breaking out.